This is the story of Jabez Packer, my great-grandfather. Jabez Packer, 1864 to 1941. Jabez was born in Andover, Hampshire, UK in 1864 to Samuel Packer of Andover and his wife Elizabeth Weeks from the nearby village of Monkston. So this is where he topped his class, I topped the school, and I got 2 of his books. His father Sam was a tailor at 48 High Street, Andover. Jabez was the second child. His siblings were Sam, born 1856, Sarah 1857 and Elizabeth 1865. Jabez went to Andover Grammar School, just a few hundred yards from where he lived. I visited Andover and the school on 2 occasions, in 2006 and 2013. The second time with my daughter Megan, who was living in London. Jabez won first prize at his Andover school twice in 1877 as first in class. The grammar school was only founded in 1859. Would have been where 48 was. In 1885, on Liguria, Jabez followed his sister Sarah to Australia. The house probably did look like something like this one here.
Yeah, it probably did look like this.
Which is about 40. In 1889, his father Sam and mother Elizabeth and sister Elizabeth came to Australia on the Ormuz. Sarah's sister had met her cousin Robert A. Withers when he returned to the UK after his wife had died. He had come to Australia aged 5 with his father Robert John Withers, who was Sam Packer's half-brother. Robert's mother was a close friend of Elizabeth Weeks and was buried near her at Gore Cemetery. Is this how Samuel met Elizabeth? Through his brother's wife? This is most likely. A little village where my great-great-grandmother came from. Jabez was a journalist with the Baptist Church and went on to becoming president of the Baptist Church in Australia and a world vice president. After arriving in Australia, he met Mary Gates from Granville, Sydney. Jabez and Mary were married in 1892 in Granville. They had 9 children. 1, Alex, born 1893 but died in 1909. 2, Basil Roy, born 1894. 3, my grandfather, Archibald, born 1896. 4, Marge, 1898. 5, Cliff, 1900. 6, Dorothy Grace, 1902. 7, Molly, 1905, and died quite young, aged 35. Eric, 1906, and Ronald, 1908. When they were first married, they lived in Dartmoor Street, Auburn, but in about 1912, they moved to Wentworth Falls, Blue Mountains, returned to Eastwood, Sydney, in about 1916, living in Rose Street and then Clam-William Street. By 1930, they were living at 124 The Boulevard, Lewisham. This is where most of the photos I have were taken. Jabez travelled to the UK, Russia and Spain in 1911 to be at the laying of the foundation stone of the First Baptist Church in Russia at St. Petersburg. He then went on to Spain to visit other Baptists there. He wrote a book, Heretics of Europe, published 1912, about his trip. The book mainly has a religious base and is not a lot of information on his travels. In World War I, two of his sons, Basil Roy and Archie, went together to the battles of France and Belgium, and both returned. Jabez and Mary went to the US in 1939 to visit their son Cliff, who had gone there with Queensland Insurance. Cliff married Mabel there and stayed for the rest of his life. I remember both these visits well. The Packer family were a reasonably close family, and I had the opportunity to meet them all, bar Alex and Molly, who had died before I was born. Indeed, Dorothy, called Grace, and Marge helped me a great deal with the family history, and I met with them quite often. I have the original of a letter Jabez sent to his son, my grandfather, during World War I. I read a short excerpt from it. Jabez to son Archie, June 16, 1918. I was wondering where you will be when you get this letter. If, as we hope, you will soon be on your way home, this letter may follow you around. We are greatly relieved to get your letters from Clarendon Park. We have been typically informed by authorities that you had been sent to the Royal Herbert Hospital in Woolwich, suffering from debility. Now, later it stated in the published list of sick and wounded that you were seriously ill, and it has made us doubly anxious. In Canberra, the Baptist Church has a lead-like window commemorating Jabez. Jabez died in 1941 at Lewisham. His wife Mary died in 1950 at the same address.